UC Berkeley student who's interested in knowing whether the curve can help his LSAT score. This is actually a really common question, so I'm glad we're answering it now. A lot of people think if they take the LSAT on a day when maybe a whole bunch of dumb people take the LSAT, that they're going to do better, that it's going to help their score. And it's really a common misconception about the LSAT. So let's talk about the three elements of your LSAT score. First of all, you have your raw score. That's the number of questions you get correct out of 100 or 101 questions on the LSAT. Then that raw score is converted to a scaled score, and that is your 120 to 180 score that you're all familiar with. Now, LSAT converts the raw score to the scaled score for a reason. And that reason is that it allows them to account for the possibility that some tests are slightly easier or slightly more difficult than others. So what I did was I thought about a sample LSAT score of a 165 and looked up what happened to people who scored a 165 in the last several test administrations. So in June 2009, that's the most recent LSAT that we have data for, someone getting a 165 would have gotten 83 out of 101 questions correct. That's a great score, obviously. Now, in December of 2008, it was pretty similar, 82 or 83 out of 100 questions. But take a look at September of 2008. In that case, someone would have to have gotten 85 out of 100 questions correct. What this indicates to us is that the September 2008 test was slightly easier, meaning you had to get more questions correct in order to get the same score. So see how they're evening out the difficulties of the test. If you go back in time, again, you see that December 2007 reflects basically what is the case now, that you needed to get 83 out of 100. So it stays basically the same, but there are slight variations. Now, once you get your scaled score, in this case a 165, LSAT is going to then convert that to a percentile ranking. And you are not ranked against the people who take your test on your same day. Instead, your percentile ranking is determined by the test takers in the previous 3 years to your year. So if you're taking the LSAT in 2009, you're actually going to be compared against the people taking the test in 2005 to 2008. And in that case, it's a lot more fair than if you were compared, as you would be in a college class against the people that you're in class with. That would be a very unfair curve, so the LSAT doesn't do that to you. One final note is that your LSAT scores are reported to law schools for 5 years after you take the LSAT. So any score past June 2004 at this point is going to be reported to a school along with your percentile ranking.